Hey, welcome Taurus to the channel. It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. How's it going? So guys, I'm getting ready to do your March bonus reading. So I do my regular readings, like I do a monthly, then I do the cash, the money, and then I do the star guide reading, which I love. And then I always look for a different, really intriguing reading to do as a bonus read every month. And I found this one called The Mother Wound. And because I understand from having, a family and friends, that people, there's some lingering sort of scars, from your family. So I wanted to do this reading to help you guys kind of clear the karma, or maybe see your maternal figure in a different way, maybe shed some light on what was going on there. And this is going to be regardless if your mother was in your life at all or now, because I do understand that people were separated from their mother at birth for, multitude of reasons. Something could have happened, but I'm looking here at the, the energy, the spirit of your mother. And the first card is actually going to be from your mother's mother. It's going to look at the message from maternal grandmother. So guys, I hope this is a really interesting and helpful read, but do keep in mind it's a general one. But you were guided here for a reason, so hope you enjoy, or I hope it resonates. So let's have a look at the message from maternal grandmother, guys. Oh, by the way, this is the good tarot. So the message from your maternal grandmother, like, she's really coming in to tell you that there's something happening that is going to be quite momentous in your life. And it could be this reading. It could be a bit of an expose on what's going on in your relationship with your maternal figure. So, but the thing I love about this tower here, it's absolutely rock solid. There's times in your life where you have to remember to be the mountain and let the weather move around you. Things are going to be happening all the time. Friends, family, work, everything is going to be happening all around you. So you need to do your best to remain, okay, I'm getting the word unagitated, even though I know it's not a word. So you want to just sit back and remember how strong you are, Taurus, with the Tower card. And there is something going to come in, and it's probably going to shake you up a little bit. But your job here, and your maternal grandmother is coming in and saying, you can lean on me right now. I have you, I'm praying for you. And it could be a good thing, but, just stay strong, like stand in your power. This is what the Tower is coming in to say. Stand in your power. And this message is from your maternal grandmother. So it's very fascinating to me that you've got this card coming in from her. So the next card is going to be, what lesson do I have to learn because of my mother? So we've got the Ace of Water. So, you might have to be able to let people come in a little bit more and let the universe offer you things that make you really, really happy. So something is going to come in here, with the Tower card, and you might be a little bit too standoffish. Like, there's nothing going on with this Tower. It's totally chiseled. It's like Mount Rushmore. It's just kind of standing there. So it's possible to be powerful, you guys, and unaffected, while still absorbing emotion from others. So it could be that, your relationship with your mother, and again, this is a general reading, maybe it wasn't as emotional as you wanted it to be, or maybe it was too emotional. Maybe there was a lot of fireworks going on, but, the lesson for you to learn here is that you can carry your emotions however you want to. And because, the people that you grow up with are basically your teachers on how to act and react, it could be that you need to unlearn some of those behavior, right? So here is your maternal grandmother coming in and saying, be strong and powerful. And the lesson that you have to learn from your mother is that when things come in that make you really emotional is how to figure out how you want to respond to them as an individual, being your own entity, without borrowing any sort of dramatic flair or lack of the same from your mother. So you have a really interesting palette going on here. And I'm seeing that emotions probably run a lot deeper in you than you let on. And there could be something happening, like some intrinsic value learned from the woman that you grew up with or didn't grow up with. And it could either have made you go overboard emotionally or not even bat an eye when things go on. So let's see a message here from higher angels, you guys. Aw, this is nice. So we've got the Two of Water. So first of all, they want you to know that they're here and they're around you, and they love and adore you. You know, the Two of Water is really about relationships and feeling loved. And for many of you, and I just saw the numbers, angel numbers 555, you guys. So it's really important that an angel number came in with your message from higher angels. So look that up after the read. So you could be experiencing somebody come in to love you even more than they did in the past. If you're single, you could definitely be meeting somebody, you know, that is that karmic soul twin flame that you've been waiting for. Your relationships could be getting stronger around you. You could be opening up to people and trusting them a little bit more. And the angels just want you to know that, you know, they're putting people in their life right now to show you, you know, the love that you deserve right now, and they're around you. So very, very cool card. So the best quality that you inherited from your mother, the Seven of Water. So I really like this card because this is saying, like, this is the Seven of Cups. So this is saying that, you know, basically the world is your oyster, as that saying goes, and that you can go and grab anything you want from the world. You know, there's so many options. There's a lot going on there. And again, you know, depending on how you were brought up, you could either learn to emulate somebody or learn to do the opposite of somebody. So, you know, there's so many different scenarios on how people were raised. You know, you could be raised like, look at that movie Precious, where, like, if you haven't seen it, oh my God, like, she just had this horrific childhood, but she was able to, and it's a true story, she was able to take all that and go, well, whatever, that happened and I'm gonna move on. But that could crush a different person. So it's all how you handle things, and seeing that there's so many different ways out there with the Seven of Cups, and just being able to, like, focus on what you want next. There's more options available to you, so you can go out and grab them. And you learned that from your mother, regardless of how she presented herself to you, and if she was limited or unlimited in her way of thinking, it affected you to the point where you understand that everything is available to you. So, and if you don't feel like that right now, maybe look at yourself a little bit more. Maybe do some, like, abundance meditations and stuff like that, guys. So the next one is, what is the worst quality I inherited from my mother? So this is the Ten of Fire. So the Ten of Fire is just really, it's looking at things as if they're never going to end. You know, it's like saying, you know, I'm getting the words like burning in eternal hell, like not understanding that you don't always have to carry burdens with you. You know, things are not a punishment. Things are experiences for you. You don't have to keep on juggling all this emotional fireworks that you may have been burdened with over your lifetime. And everybody has scars and everybody has luggage to carry, but you definitely don't have to take it with you everywhere you want to go. So this is the worst quality inherited from your mother or your maternal figure. And it's like, it's kind of like there's a little bit of martyrdom going on, like, and maybe that was displayed you know, by your maternal figure, where they're saying like, oh, you know, everything is so horrible, and you know, and having that outlook. So it's a real dichotomy here, you know. And I see that many of you could have been brought up in a sort of environment of doom and gloom, and you know, you're gonna have to really change that. On the one hand, you could be really striving for a better life, but then carrying this underlying tone of, you know, everything is so difficult to carry, and why me, you know? So there's a real like yin and yang pull here on you guys. And I can see that it will vacillate back and forth for you, which is why you might have this really tough exterior. And you know what they say, that still waters run deep. And I think you guys can have like kind of a tumultuous internal battle with yourself in order to sort of preserve how you outwardly reflect yourself to the world. I'm going to move on here, guys. What did your mother hope for you? So the 5 of Earth. Wow. Okay, so, you know, the 5 of Earth kind of typically talks about being in lack. And I don't understand why your mother would want that for you. And it could, the only thing I'm seeing here is coming that she really wants you to be dependent on her for some reason, like maybe emotionally or financially, or maybe just doesn't want to let you go. You know, there's some people that they just don't trust that if they let their children leave the nest, you know, they'll just be left with nothing else at all. And this could be like a particularly sad person that raised you, or okay, I got this word here, and for some of you, like, and this is a general read, and this I think is very specific to a few of you. I got the word here that you could have viewed your maternal figure or your mother as like a demonic figure. Like maybe she was very, very unsettled and unhappy. But like, think for some of you, and this is really bizarre, like they really wanted to keep you tied to them for everything and not let you go. And it is very difficult for mothers to release their children into the wild. And there could be a really selfish undertone here. Like maybe you were helping them out around the house, you know, or I don't know, maybe you were the only company that they had, or maybe you were the buffer in a bad marriage. You know what I mean? There is something going on here, kind of a really selfish undertone for them not wanting to let you go. So seeing this where like the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Earth, like wanting you to sort of lack something that you'll keep on returning to them, there's kind of a really selfish motivation for a maternal figure. So I think this is really something like really intense, like I said before, an intense dichotomy where, you know, you have a really strong emotional bond here, but I'm seeing a little bit of manipulation going on towards you. So that could be like really why you have a hard time letting other people in here. And this is why the angels want you to know that they are sending you people that are really, really, really intent on loving you for who you are without any sort of you know, qualification. They love you. They don't want anything from you other than your time. And the angels are supporting you right now. I'm really seeing that. This is really strange, guys. Like you're being told on the one hand, like everything is here available for you, but it basically has to come through me. Okay, really interesting. So what did my mother have to sacrifice for me? The 8 of Earth. So there was maybe an additional potential, you know, maybe she just gave up on it, you know. So that could be why there's a little bit of a punishment that I'm seeing here with the 5 of Earth. It's like this, okay, well, I gave up or sacrificed my dream for you, or my hard-hitting career, or my opportunity to whatever, go to university or whatever. Like there was an opportunity here. And it said, what did my mother have to sacrifice for me? But I think this kind of happened a little bit for one of the other signs here. But like, this is what the cards are saying. Okay, so your mother gave up this idea of potentiality for herself. But I mean, plenty of women do both. Okay, so if you have a mother, you know, and it's possible to love your mother through all circumstances. So what I'm seeing here is it's really difficult, it's really strained relationship, but you still love her. You know, people can do both successfully. It doesn't matter, you know. people can have children and work and be successful or go to university. Like, you know, a friend of mine, she had 3 kids and she put herself through nursing school and she's an RN now, you know, so you do have options. And if somebody is saying, well, if it weren't for you, then I would be blah, 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 and I'm going to make you pay for that a little bit by sort of working on you emotionally, that's really not cool, you guys. So, and what lesson did your mother learn because of you? The messenger of earth, that things can change. Okay, so she's saying that there's messages coming in for her, and I think she's sort of having that realization now that maybe the way that she taught you, and maybe, and I'm really getting the word manipulation strongly here. I'm seeing that she's coming to this realization that, and I saw 555 again, you guys, that maybe what she was doing and the messages that she was giving you about how you could live your life and how much money you could make, and the things that she said to you about how she sacrificed everything to become your mother, she's starting to understand now that, you know, she could have done a better job at it. You know, and there's things here. I'm seeing that there's sort of this sort of regretful emotion like creeping in, and wishing that there hadn't always been a price tag to the love that she showed you, you know. And yeah, I am seeing there is regret here, and she's learning that, you know, she could have done things a different way, because I really see that you guys have come through all of this and you're really just looking at how to move in a different way, you know, and not make people pay for it. But I think you're paying for it a little bit still, because you're not letting people in, you know, and you're a really strong and warm person. But again, Mount Rushmore, right? So this is why the angels are coming in for you right now, and they're going to be helping heal any sort of mother wounds that you have. And your mother is going to be able to heal herself because of this, because I think that you understand that I don't think it was really intentional. It was just sort of all a reactionary thing, especially for the people out there, you guys, that your mother was in a bad marriage and she put you in the middle of it. She's understanding now that she should never have done that. So I'm seeing like a massive opportunity for you guys to heal your relationship, even if you never have to say anything to her. Like you can forgive and move on and be grateful, you know. I mean, she really did the best she could with the understanding that she had of herself at the time here. She never really got the opportunity to branch out the way that she wanted to. And the person that she was angry with or upset with all these years is really technically herself. So she's really starting to learn from you how to extend that love out. So you guys, I think you have a really big opportunity to heal here for the benefit of yourself. And I think you are going to end up actually taking care of your mother financially, and you'll be able to do that. And that's going to heal her from her childhood wounds. So you're going to be able to close this really big loop in your family. So guys, I'm going to leave it there, because this was a really intense reading for me and quite emotionally draining. So I hope this was able to help you guys. And yeah, definitely take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Bye.